Hey guys, in today's video tutorial, what I'm going to cover is I'm going to go ahead and talk about Canvas and how to write a very simple application. Basically, your application will have a bunch of images and how to convert given colored image into gray background image using Canvas API. Well, in this case, I'm using some jQuery and then basically just a Canvas straight. Okay, so let me show you what this example does. So I have very simple HTML page, nothing is there. I have a bunch of images right here, and then I have a click event applied to this image. If I click to this image, what basically happens is, like, here's this color image, as you can see, the mouse pointer, and convert that image into a gray, black and white image. So basically, if I click this one again, you will see the image get converted into black and white. Basically, what happens is, like, we basically manipulating the pixel of the image. So basically, we change all the pixel into black and white. So that's what this application does. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's read the code how it really working. Let's start with the markup. So in here, in my markup, basically all I have is a table. I have just one row, and inside the cell of the table, I have, see right here, I have an unordered list of inside the list. I basically have images. So here are my bunch of images. The image is basically city of Houston. And I named those images as Houston City 1, Houston 1, Houston 2, all those, so it would be easier for me to manipulate what kind of cities, so I don't have to remember the image path. And then I have a couple of order list here, and with the image in it. If I just run without, and then in the second, of course, this is important right here. So if I run this one again, see, when I click this image, basically the gray, black and white image corresponding to this image right here is displayed right here. So that reason right here is to display that. So basically, once I convert change the pixel, I will show that image into this. I will set the SRC property of this image in here. Okay, that's what this markup for. Okay, now after the markup is done, now basically we are all dealing with JavaScript, straight JavaScript. Right here I'm using two libraries right here, jQuery 2.0 and Modernizer library. This Modernizer library is really cool because it's it helps us to find out whether they use a feature detection, whether your browser support Canvas related API or even does support Canvas or not. That's why I could have written my own code, but this library is really useful, so I downloaded that library and start using it. Okay, so basically this is my JavaScript right here. So what really happens here is, what I'm saying here is that when the DOM is loaded, completely loaded, here is my I'm asking for a jQuery. Here's my UL element with the given ID, and here is the li, the list item, and inside that I have an image, right? So basically I'm inside here with I'm looking at this ID and going in here into li and basically asking for the image right here. And then if this kind of DOM is found, that's what this length property is really useful. If the DOM is true found in the page, that means the length of this one will be greater than 0. So in this case, I don't know how many li we have. How many? I want to 6 or 7 different images. So we'll have property length is always, if for example this check right here in line number 94 is useful if there is nothing found with the given given selector, then it returns it is 0, so this becomes false and nothing is done. Okay, if there are elements like that, then basically I'm going to apply a click event to it, and then inside the click event, of course, this code right here is referring to that image right here, right? So basically I'm saying, okay, with the for the given image, get, I use the get function, just a jQuery get function. Basically, you know, jQuery always returns array of object. So here I'm just interested in the first object, find the object by the index 0. So I'm grabbing the image, very first one, and this is my image. Now I have this local variable called image. Once this guy finds a particular image that was clicked and assigned to these local variables. Now remember, our goal is to convert this this image into black and white image and display that next to it. So to do that, I have a little function called convert to black and white here, and I pass that image to the black and white convert to black and white function. Let's go ahead and look into the convert to black and white function, which is right here. It has a reference to that image element. I pass the value, and then of course, you know, in line number 106, I assigned that whatever image element to a local variable. So I would be dealing with local variable from now on. And you know, since I'm dealing with a canvas and some browsers do not support canvas, so I'm relying on the modernizer API, and I'm asking, hey browser, do you support canvas? So basically modernizer.test for the canvas. If the browser do not support canvas, that's what it's saying right here. Nothing to do, return it from. You know, you have nothing to do here inside this function, just return. Otherwise, go ahead and create a canvas element by using, you know, JavaScript create element API, and set the width and height of the canvas as 400 pixels. And then in line number 111, once I have reference to the canvas, I can ask for the context. To get a this is my canvas right here. Hey, give me a 2D context. And line number, and I go, once I have the context, I will explain to you what this global alpha is doing right here, but right now it's not that important. But I'll explain to you what's really happening right here in this function, okay? And always remember, like, this clearing rectangle is very, very important. I'll tell you why it is important. Let's say if for some reason I didn't clear my rectangle, it starts overlapping. It starts painting. Let me go ahead and run this one. So I build this one here. Okay, first I click the second time. I click the third time. So you will find some of the images from overlapping images from the other ones. So clearing of the rectangle is very, very important. That's why I'm clearing the rectangle. I'm clearing rectangle starting from a 0, 0 coordinate all the way to the width and height of the canvas. Okay. Once that is done, in line number 118, I draw the image. Okay. Now I'm drawing the image. And of course, image is coming out from right here, from this, you know, function. When this function gets invoked, the image is passed. So basically, I draw that image. Once I draw the image, it has very nice method called get image data. It takes 4 parameters, starting, ending, and width and height of the canvas. And once I have the image data, I can ask for a image data object has a property called data, which is basically an array of data, like pixel data. That's what we're trying to grab from the image, right? So once I have the reference to that array, I would say I would like to know what is the size of the array, which is given by, you know, pixel data, the length. Now I know the size of the total dimension of that, you know, pixels, dimension of my image. Now basically, now I can use for loop here. This is very important to understand. This is basically bulk of what's really happening right here, okay? This is my for loop starts here, okay? I have a, you know, starting index 0, and I'm saying I want to iterate through all of those, you know, pixel in that image. On each iteration, I'm going to increment the index by 4. I will tell you why I have to increment that index by 4. Because on each, from the image, I would like to grab the red value of the pixel, green value of the pixel. It's the red value of the pixel, and green value of the pixel, and blue value of the pixel. and this is RGB value of the pixel, and which is of course given by very first value in the array is always